So again, 3 cars worth we got here. Making up some more of these splash guards. So this is the 2.4, which is different. So you watched the 2 litre one before, or if you haven't, go and watch it. But these have a different bit on them. They have this excess here, which allows you to get to the indicator repeater, which is in that Dino badge on the side of the Spider there. So that's a real one that we'll be copying. That's my pattern from last time. And so we've marked some out. And these are our plates, isn't it? Cover plates. So they'll be going on there like that. So I actually did these on the lathe, cut these out on the lathe. But what I've got to do now is I want to cut the holes for them. So cut that, which I'm going to do on the mill, which we'll have a look at in a minute.
Cut this out in the middle, and you've got to fix it to something to hold it. So I'll just make this up. Could have done with a finger bit apply, but I just got to use what I've got.
So you see what I'm trying to do? The idea is that will cut this out. So I'll just centre it out. There we go, shall we? Left quite a burr on there. So I think I need to sharpen that up. It gives us a nice circle, doesn't it? Exactly what we wanted. Don't have to damage anything else. And having that screwed onto there stops that. Otherwise, what would happen if you cut that without that being fixed? It would try and slip underneath there. And that works quite well. Needs a little bit more finesse, I think. I need to cut a better. That's just an old drill bit. I need to cut a better edge on it, I think. That's going to work. But yeah, there's a lot of heat in there, which means it wasn't very sharp, wasn't it? Okay. Right, that's all right. That was all shaped up. They pop in there, don't they? Idea. Now we haven't got the bit it connects to fitted here, where those 2 little round bits are at the top. Those 2 little holes, they bolt through onto a finisher, which stops any muck getting up further up in them wings. Those have yet got to be fitted, and that's where the tube goes onto this piece. The tube you can see behind, and there's a sort of rubber tube that goes along to the front to the boxes, which you saw us making. Go in there, sit in that bit behind them headlight. But anyway, we haven't got them on this at the minute, but you get the idea. So that's the splash guards. So it all sort of goes together, these jobs, really, with the boxes. And then that big hole is so you can reach your hand in to get to the indicator repeater, which would be on the outside of the wing here, below that trim line, but not on this, because this is a 2 litre. So it doesn't have them. So these are a 2.4. Here's the other side. So again, you can see how it fits. That's it. And then over here, that's an original 2.4 one. That's the original 2 litre one. So you can see the 2 litres don't have the holes the 2.4s do. So that's it, that's the job. And there's my wall of other patterns for making other things. That one's finished. So we've got the rubbers on here and the staples, and then that's the little cover plate. And so this is so you can reach through and change the indicator repeater light. So that one's done. They've all been nicely powder coated by Gary. You can see, yeah, that's it. So I've got to put the seals on here. Now these are actually the window scraper seals off of a coupe, which is exactly what they use, you'll see. So there's an original one. See, that's the thing. So that's the stuff. That one goes across there, and the other one goes across the back there. So that's what we're doing. So I've got to make some more staples up. Now, a bit of wire, there's some wire for it. And that's what we're making, staples. That's an original, and these ones I'm making. So that's that. There's a bit of the original you can see with the staples in it unpicked, so I can work out the sizes of them. It's a little bit laborious, but you know, you can't buy these in. I'm sure there's somewhere you can get them, but I can't get them, and I haven't got a stapler that will go through the aluminium anyway. So I'll make them by hand like this, then drill the holes and let them in manually, which is laborious, long-winded, but it gets the result. You know, they look factory. That's the whole point. So it's worth the bother. But yeah, if you were making lots of these, you wouldn't muck around like this. You'd buy a heavy-duty stapler, wouldn't you? Well, I did actually buy one in, but it didn't seem to like it. And I couldn't buy the right staples anyway. So we're going to fit our staples. So you can see we're trying to get this in to go in like that, aren't we? Sit like that, there. So it's pretty simple stuff. So there we are. It's going to do it, isn't it? Like that. We've got to get it through the rubber, yeah. So this is an extremely laborious way of doing it, but it does work, and well, it achieves the result, and that's all we would care about, isn't it? Getting a nice result. And yet, if I could get the right gear in, yes, I could do it differently. You can sort of guess them roughly, can't we? Because it's not an exact science, this, isn't it? They're just whacked. And if we make them too neat, then it won't look correct at all, would it? This is obviously set for that bit. That gives us a good factory finish, I reckon. And the top one, and on the top, I've just nicked these out. So these normally have quite big washers go on here, so, but you might end up tucking them underneath there, I don't know, but you know, anyway, that's what we'll do. Funny, on the 2 litres, they're that way round, which is neater, but gives you a problem on the corner here more. But anyway, that's what they do. That's what they are. And then that trunking comes across here for the air trunking, and say, and that's how you get to your indicator repeater, which I repeated that, didn't I? Yeah, that's the factory one, isn't it? Now what you do notice, sometimes they get notched out here. We do that on the car, because that's sometimes where the seal trim locates on. Anyway, you've got a little bolt through there, but you should be able to push it behind it. But you know, that might need modifying when fitting. But that's been chopped out. That's not how they come. You can see that's sort of been pushed around, and this is missing the return as well. So, you know, and it's quite beat up, you can see, you know, they do take a bit of a beating. But these will work, you know, they'll be nice. But yeah, you might need to twist them about a bit. And then, you know, if you want to finish them that way, you know, this has got sort of the bitumen stuff, sound, you know, sort of, not sound deadening, you know, the bitumen underseal type stuff, but it does actually help with sound deadening. So yeah, they could have that finish on them or something like that. or you know, if they sit nice like this, leave them like that. But certainly, you know, you don't have to do the reverse, do you? You could leave them bits and just do this side. But I've done them like that for now because they're going out to Italy, 3 sets. So I've made them like that. So we'll show you where it goes. So this is a 2 litre car, but on the 2.4, it has the badge there with the indicator repeater lamp there. And to get to replace the bulb on it, you have to get behind, which is what that's for, so you can undo that. Whereas on the 2 litre cars, it doesn't have this access point. And then where this mounts up the top here, that's not actually fitted to that car, that panel. And then the tube goes over the top here to then join on the elbow, which you'll see the elbow, but you won't see the bit that goes over this bit. But anyway, it doesn't matter. We can, you know, you can imagine that. So that's the idea. You've got to fit it in here like that. That's the idea, it goes in there like that. So there we are, they're nice. So time for me to go home. Head off